guys, welcome back to the Bundy Factor. Wow, what a weekend in football we had here in the PFL. And you know, it was a pretty good weekend for real football too. What about those Titans? Wow, they look pretty good, don't they? And let me tell you, we had two great games here in the PFL. We had the Hominas once again dominating the Gordhead division, but who knows, maybe things have changed. You know, speaking of Gordheads versus Hominas, there was only one Gordhead team that managed to win, and that was the New York Belly Rolls, coached by our league commissioner, Rob Phelps. Now, I spoke to him today on the phone, and he said, I quote, "It was no surprise to me that the New York Belly Rolls won this past weekend, because there's only one team from New York, there's only one team owned by your league commissioner, me, Rob Phelps, and any other team is below me on the scale." All right, the next thing I wanted to bring up was trading. We have not had a whole lot of trades go through here in the PFL this year. In the past, there's been a lot of transactions taking place, but not so much this year. We did have a couple trades go through in the past couple weeks, though, that have created some traffic on the message boards. We had one a couple weeks ago that involved the Belly Rolls and the Mucklucks that some league members, like myself, thought might be a little lopsided. And we had one this past week that involved me and the Carolina Croc Hunters that other league members thought might be a little bit lopsided. Well, as it turns out, none of us know anything, because the first trade involving the Mucklucks and the Rolls, if the trade had never happened, the Mucklucks would have won the previous week, because, you know, they could have started Matt Schwab. And this past week, in which the Mucklucks lost tragically on Monday night, wow, what a heartbreaker. If he had started Aaron Rodgers, but of course Aaron Rodgers isn't on his team anymore, but if he had still been on his team, the Mucklucks would have won. Now, for the other trade involving me and the Croc Hunters, well, some people thought that giving up Terrell Owens was crazy, you know. As it turns out, maybe it's not so crazy. All right, the next thing to get to is our upcoming game of the week. Now, personally, I think I should be in the game of the week every week, but, you know, my director says this week it is the Carolina Croc Hunters and the Mayberry Mud Hens. A long-standing rivalry. These two guys have both managed to win 2 Bundy bottles. Both of them are 4-1 and leading the Homina division. They play this weekend, and let me tell you, DJ, you always manage to score just enough to win, while the Crocs just blow everybody out. So, I'm sure everyone's going to predict the Crocs are going to defeat you, but DJ, I have faith. I know your team will hang in there, and I would not be surprised to see you win by 7 points. All right, got that. I wish you all both could lose. As we're going to commercial, look at the power rankings for this week.
Honey, what are you doing with the new telescope?
I've been watching the neighbors. They've been going at it all day. Look.
You need a new hobby.
Rob, you must improve your mojo, man. Wow. All right, before we get into the Bundy Blunder of the Week, I want to throw up a little diagram of the formula that used to determine the power rankings. There's been a lot of people asking me how we determine the power rankings, and guys, I tried to alleviate your fears, but throw it up there. As you guys can see, it's much simpler than you thought. All right. All right, it's time for the Bundy Blunder of the Week. You know, I had a few options this week. I thought about choosing the fact that Mink made that trade and didn't have Aaron Rodgers, which made him lose that game last night, but I decided, no. It's not Mink's fault. The other members of the league didn't decide to veto it like they should have. So instead, I'm giving it to the Ringgold Root Hogs. That's right, Jamie. The Ringgold Root Hogs are getting it. You know why? I'll tell you why, man. You're one of those special coaches in fantasy football that decide not to set their lineup until the day of the game. I guess you don't want to give anything away, you know. You don't want to let your opponent know who you're starting. Well, let me tell you, Jamie, you could have left 3 guys off your roster entirely because combined they got you a grand total of 0 points. I'm not sure anyone has ever started 3 guys that garnered 0 points. So, Jamie, if there's one thing you can hang your hat on this past week, at least you broke another record. Hey, Jamie, I'm sorry for picking on you like that, man, but, I had to give it to you. I've never seen anybody start 3 guys that had 0 points, but, hey, don't worry. Your record of lowest scoring game is still yours and yours alone. No one will ever take it from you. All right, that's it, guys. Another show in the books. Be sure to be watching the TV sets this weekend. It's going to be another great weekend of football. Oaktown Warriors, I think it is this week. You don't have any chance because you're playing me. Everybody else, best wishes and good luck.